Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bit of a rough day for me today, not gonna lie. I've taken two trades. A lot of times I'm one and done, and I'm currently in this trade right now, but I don't have any hope for it whatsoever. Um, but I really like these trades. I really liked why I took them. I really liked where we were at with them. The only thing I don't like about this trade is I added an extra contract. I didn't think it would take me to 250. I thought it'd take me to 225, but I didn't do my math right. So it looks like we're about to take a loss on this one. But I really like these trades and where we were at today. Um, it's quite unfortunate too. You can see where I took my entry um, for the second trade anyway. For this first trade, it was just a little bit earlier, right? We have prior day value area highs here. You can see here we bounced off of point of control down here. Yeah, this is about to be a loss. Well, all right, I accept it. Um, so you can see in terms of the trades, I thought these were very good trades, very good areas, right? We bounced nicely here as well again. So I really did like where we were at and where we were heading, but um it just didn't work today. It just didn't work today two times as well. I had thought initially, sorry if you hear the lawnmower by the way, he's very loud today. Um but I had thought initially, right, that here value area lows we were bouncing off here, so it looked to be a very um good entry in terms of where we were heading here. But we got stopped out on this candle here, so look this out. But then look, we bounced back off of it. So I was thinking, okay, like we got below prior day value area highs here. That's fine. Um, but I think we can continue higher. So we did end up adding a position here, and then my target is, or sorry, value area lows. My target was value area highs up here, right? But as of right now, I don't know if we get there. You can see I have a limit sell of 3 here. Obviously highs being targeted up here. But I am honestly not sure if we get there anymore. Now, we are starting to bounce a little bit. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was having hope in trading, right? You shouldn't have hope. There should be no hope when you trade. You should just be trading, sticking to your plan, sticking to your principles, your model, your edge, your rules, whatever it is, and then you should just trade based off of that, right? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I would like that it comes back higher here, right? But I can't hope that that happens. I can't hope that this trade continues to head higher, right? We stuck to our plan. We buy off of value area lows. We bought again another confluence here off of prior day value area highs, right? We bought a little bit early, got stopped out. It bounced from it. So I'm thinking, okay, I've removed myself from the trade. I took a loss. I've removed myself. Um, and okay, I think we just got stopped out. We're about to get stopped out here. So I removed myself from the trade, and instead of hoping that this would bounce up, we take the
Order
loss
filled.
and we have to accept it. So today was a rough day. Absolutely rough day. Absolutely rough day. There's not anything I can do about it. Um, we traded so well. Obviously, it's going to look bad in terms of the calendar. Like, oh, you took some losses, like you can see here, like that just nosedives, right? But it's because we took two trades that were aligned with what we wanted to do. Um, I know, watch it stop me out and then bounce again. I'll just be like, bro, I have no idea um, what's going on. But we have to accept these losses, right? So you literally cannot hope. You can't hope whenever you're trading. You just have to stick to your plan. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, fine. You know? And today it did not work for me, and I have to accept that. So one of the things I wanted to read out today too, I've been on my Stoicism more recently for these videos, is I wanted to talk about a quote about hope, right? So I was in the Stoicism subreddit and we were talking, I was reading about hope, and um, someone in the comment section was saying the Stoics weren't fans of hope or fear for a reason. Epictetus puts it bluntly: when you are delighted with anything, be not too much pleased, but remember that the time will come when you will be displeased. So, too, when you are afraid of anything, remember that it is not what you fear, but your opinion about it. And today, coming into trading, I was a little bit fearful that exactly what happened would happen to me, right? I was fearful that I would get into a trade, I would get wicked out, it would come back up, right? And then I'd get into a trade, I'd get wicked out, I'd lose. I was a bit fearful, I can't lie. Um, but today, we did exactly what we wanted to do, and I can't be upset and I can't be afraid of that happening, right? So it's a bit tough. Maybe I should have had a bearish bias where it's like, okay, you rejected off of VWAP and you're not getting past point of control or anything like that. But again, this is my model. We take off value area highs or value area lows for a bullish move. We had some support here at prior day value area highs, and you can see there's some support here as well, right? Not only did I like that, but I also loved how in the morning today, this is New York session, by the way. I normally don't trade New York session, but I have been practicing a little bit in terms of like how things are moving, and honestly, we moved just like Asian session today. Um, Bounce off value area highs here, you can see that, right? There's also another bounce if I delete volume profile too, right? Here as well at 948. So I just thought today was one of those days where you just take these losses and you have to move on from them, you know? So right now, currently, we are bouncing off prior day point of control, but now we are clearly bearish. There's nothing suggesting we are bullish, so you'd want to wait for us to come up to these value area highs, or I mean, you're not heading up here now, right? But like you'd want us to come up to these prior day value area high, or current session value area lows, in order for yourself to be like, okay, we can position short and start heading lower. But that just didn't happen today, you know? Or my setup just did not happen for me today, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's the days though where I've been talking about it too, where I'm saying, okay, we are risking $400 per trade. That's when it starts getting to you. That's when it's like, all right, you want to risk that much? Well, you have to be able to accept that you can lose that much in a day, right? And today was my first day doing that. Now, obviously, it wasn't the same, right? I didn't risk $400 per trade. I risked about 200, 250 per trade. Um, and we lost. And we lost. So there's not really much I can do about that. I just have to say that we just have to keep going, you know? It actually has been a difficult month for me, uh, personally as well, but trading wise, like even though I feel like I got it, even though I feel like I know what I'm doing, these losses are tough to accept. They are tough to swallow, they are tough to handle. Um, but if you keep sticking to your rules, you keep sticking to your plan, then it's okay to lose. And that's exactly what happened today. On another day, we trade the same exact way, we do all the right things, we're going to be fine, right? On another day, we take the same exact setups and it ends up going our way, and we end up getting this nice move to value area highs, and you end up taking a $300 win, right? But it just didn't happen for me today, and we have to accept that and we have to move on. So, yeah, that's about it. I wanted to see if there's anything else I wanted to read in terms of Stoicism. And one of the things, too, that the Stoics do end up talking about is hope and fear are two sides of the same coin, right? So again, if you're having hope, you're believing like, oh, I hope that something will happen, right? But if you have fear, it's the opposite. It's the opposite emotion, right? We really have to do the best that we can to take that out of our trading. If we're able to do that, then we're not going to be afraid to act, right? Just like how I acted at this area here, we're not going to be afraid to do what we need to do, right? We see these losses, these things add up. It's true. You can easily lose your account, as I'm only $1,300 away from blowing this funded account, but it's based off your model, right? So why should you be afraid if it's based off of what you wanted to do in the first place? Why should you be afraid if you've back tested something and you've seen it work, right? Does that make sense? So don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. Don't be hopeful, right? Don't think that something is going to go your way. Just execute the way that you need to and let it play out. So, yeah, tough day for me today. Absolutely tough day. I'm not happy about it, that's for sure, but again, it's one of those things where you trade to your setup, you trade to your rules, and not all the time does it work out. The only thing I could say about this trade is that we weren't clearly bullish, we weren't clearly bearish, right? So obviously in hindsight, you could say that we're bearish, but if you go on replay and you look at the areas that I took, so starting from the beginning, you can't say that you're bearish, you know? You can't say that you're fully bullish either, but once you see that pivot point come down and move up, that's the only way you can lean. But anyway, I've been yapping way too much today. Hopefully you guys have had a good start to the trading week. We got a few more days to the end of the month. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep doing what we gotta do, you know, and I'm excited to keep on trading. I was very happy to get back at it today, but it definitely sucks to lose. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.